At a time of increased concentration of ownership in the media, it is imperative that the internet remain open, free, and accessible to everyone, regardless of their income. Sadly, but not surprisingly, the Trump administration and his FCC have sided with big money interests against the needs of ordinary Americans and have voted to end net neutrality. Next week, the Senate will be having a vote on whether or not to overturn this disastrous decision. And the bottom line is, will the Senate have the courage to stand up to corporations like Comcast, Verizon, and AT&T and protect net neutrality? What the telecom industry and their friends, including FCC Chairman Pai, are trying to do is to change the fundamental architecture of the internet, to divide the internet into slow and fast lanes, and to restrict information and content. You may recall that when the FCC took steps to preserve net neutrality in 2015, it was the result of an enormous amount of grassroots activism. Millions of Americans took a stand and demanded that the FCC protect an open and free internet. What we want is what the overwhelming majority of the American people want. Recent polls suggest that 86% of voters oppose the repeal of net neutrality, and that includes 82% of Republicans. Since its inception, the internet has been a tool of democracy. It has allowed the dissemination of all kinds of ideas and allowed small businesses to have the same kind of access as wealthy and powerful corporations. At this moment, when our democratic institutions are being challenged, ending net neutrality would be a disaster. Now is the time for us to stand together and stop the auctioning off of the internet to the highest corporate bidder. Next week, the Senate is going to vote. It's an important vote. Please contact your member of the Senate and tell them to vote yes to protect net neutrality. Thank you.